Welcome back to the root map system series. Last video we explored the root shape on the C string and practiced a 1-4-5-1 progression in a couple different keys. Today we'll learn two new root maps that make tricky keys like C and D flat easier to play, giving you more flexibility across the fingerboard. And if you're new to the series, I recommend starting with the first video, which is linked below, so you have the basics before moving on. Here are the two new root maps we're working on today, which show the 1, 4, and 5 chord root locations if the 1 chord is on the C string or the G string. Let's compare them to the root maps we've already learned. First, the G string tonic root maps. The root map on the right side is the new one for this video. If you compare the two root maps that place the 1 chord on the G string, you may notice that the 1 and 4 chords are still directly across from each other, but the 5 chord is now placed lower on the G string rather than higher on the C string. This will be useful if the tonic note is higher up on the G string, like in the key of C or D flat. This becomes even more useful when we add additional chords later on. Now let's do a similar comparison of the two root maps that place the 1 chord on the C string. The one on the right is new in this video. Notice that the 1 and 5 chords are still directly across from each other, but the 4 chord is now played higher on the C string rather than lower on the G string. This will be useful in the key of D flat, for example, when you would not be able to play the 4 chord, which is built on G flat, on the G string. So the key of D flat will be much easier to play with either of our two new root maps. So let's practice both of them in that key today. That means that the 1 chord is built on D flat and all the other root notes are labeled consecutively in that key. So the 4 is built on G flat, the 5 is built on A flat, and so on. If you need a refresher on chord numbers, go ahead and watch the first video in the series, which is linked below. Let's play a 1-4-5-1 progression using the new root map with the tonic on the G string. Here it is again. We'll practice in 4/4 time. Let's play the root note by itself on beat 1 to check intonation, and then the rest of the chord on beat 3. That'll allow us to make sure the root note is correct before we build the rest of the chord. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll do the same exercise with the new root map that uses tonic on the C string. Here's what the root map looks like. Same drill, root note on beat 1 and the full chord on beat 3. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My hope is that skills like this become a normal part of cello pedagogy. None of this is especially complex, but it opens up new musical roles and styles for cellists to explore. Keep practicing 1-4-5-1 progressions in as many keys as possible to build real fluency. We'll keep expanding the root map system in the videos ahead, so keep watching if you're ready to expand your chord playing. If this was helpful, go ahead and like the video and subscribe. It's one of the best ways for this content to reach more cellists. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the